It was autumn. The leaves were turning colors, gold, rust, and deep red. Subconsciously, I don't think we wanted summer to end. When I say we, I mean just a group of scraggly, nature-loving kids, barely young adults dressed in a combination of punk, metal, and hippie-style attire. It was Max, Mike, Brandon, Jason, and yours truly, Donnell. We decided it was a great day to take a road trip to the coast, just like we had done for most of the summer. I was the only girl, a tom girl though, not a girly girl. Most importantly, I was the only one with a car, a 1987 dark red Honda Civic. Except for Mike, he had a blue Enduro motorcycle. We started gathering our camping gear. A couple of dark blue tents, a royal blue tarp, a couple of blue sleeping bags lined with plaid flannel, a red one, an orange one, and a Kelly green mummy bag stuffed with goose down. That was mine. We grabbed a can opener for our food, a few cans of chili, some granola, a couple jugs of water, and a bag of oregano. We crammed a couple of pieces of firewood into the trunk along with all the camping gear and got on the road. The sky was cloudy, with little drops of rain every now and then, but not enough to stop us. Our destination was around 3 or 4 hours away from our little hick town of Red Bluff. The town was filled with a bunch of narrow-minded cowboys in their cowboy costumes made up of Wranglers, oversized belt buckles, dented felt cowboy hats, starched plaid shirts, and mouths full of Copenhagen, like cows chewing cud. We longed to escape the town and begin our journey down the yellow brick road that led to a magical land of giant redwood trees, delicately woven bright green ferns dripping with dew, and happy little banana slugs sharing their homes with us on the padded trails of humus underneath the redwoods. It wasn't long before we found out that 5 people and all the camping gear was a little too much for the little Honda Civic. Tension started to build. That's when Mike suggested we turn around and get his motorcycle, which would give us more room in the car. He didn't mind the rain, he said. A couple hours later, we were back on the road. The windshield wipers were tapping away to the music on the tape deck. A few more hours of twisting, winding roads along the Trinity River, over mountainous terrain, and we made it to the Highway 101 north sign. A few more miles north, and we were finally at our destination, Patrick's Point State Park. We sighed with relief until we noticed the sign. The lonely, wet, wooden sign that crumbled our hearts into a million pieces. No vacancy. What were we to do now? Daylight was burning and a new plan had to happen fast. We headed further north. Mike went first and was on the lookout for a good place for us to pull over. We finally found a small, wet dirt turnout with just enough room to fit the little red car and the buzzing blue motorcycle for the night. We were somewhere between the highway and the ocean on a frontage road. We had no idea where, really, but we had to get moving. Each of us grabbed as much of the essentials as possible so we'd only need to make one trip. We headed down the tree-covered slope toward the ocean. We couldn't see it, but we knew it was there. Branches to the left, right, above, below, scraping and scratching us as we trekked down and wondered if we would even find a camping spot as the trail became less and less of a trail. We crashed through the foliage, the mist grew thicker, the sound of the surf was getting louder, The wind became stronger and stronger, smacking the tents harder as the night went on. It wasn't long before the tarp started flapping loosely, only attached by one cord. We grabbed it and stuffed it inside the dome tent before it blew away completely. Giant waves churned and crashed around us. The only sounds we could hear were the waves, the wind, the rain, and our... The tarp. We decided to use the tarp. We all crawled underneath. We were all five staring at each other by the glow of a flashlight. Our feet were out toward the edge of the tarp, helping hold it down, along with the wet sand to keep the wind from ripping it away from us. We collectively made a starfish shape. The tarp saved us from getting hypothermia. It didn't seem possible, but the rain pounded harder. The ocean became angrier. We must have been in the middle of a hurricane. Sand was in our mouths, grinding between our teeth, in our eyes, clothes. The night lasted forever. I just wanted to be home. Once we made that long trek back over the mountains and back to our warm apartment, we all took turns taking hot showers. We then made up a batch of our favorite top ramen with chicken flavor, then raspberry turmoilers, warmed in the oven.
Showers wash all my cares away. I wake up to a sunny day, 'cause I love a rainy night. Yeah, I love a rainy night. Well, I love a rainy night. Well, I love a rainy night. Well, it makes me high. Ooh, I love a rainy night. You know I do.